What happened?
Here you can see for yourself. There's my OPGG that I wanted to look at. Well, the first game was just Garen. I was having some problems with Garen, and then
Garen Mid
you'll see
is
it.
you're getting owned by Garen Mid.
Well, I didn't really say anything to you, but I'm a SYLAS one trick. That's like pretty much all I play.
Okay.
And I thought you would be good because I know you play SYLAS, or you have played SYLAS.
Well, I've played Sylas Jungle. I definitely don't have like a vast amount of experience on Sylas Mid, but
Mm.
he's one of those champs that's been around forever though, so
I think so. I
surely I
think
can
so.
help you out.
I also kind of wanted to approach like playing the game more like for my jungler, I guess, because I kind of see Sylas as like, you're gonna have your games where you get 15 kills and you carry and you just kind of steamroll the game, and then you're gonna have games where your champ maybe isn't so great, uh, or maybe you don't have the best ults and
Or maybe the
more of the
enemy's good
power.
and you have to,
Yeah.
leverage everything you got, which would be your jungler.
And I just think
Sometimes
Sylas
support.
is really good. Like no matter what the game is, what the matchup is, he will always be like a good 2v2, just because of how his kit works. If you're like even or ahead,
Yeah.
you can always like 2v2. So I want to learn how to play with my jungler better, I guess. And yeah, I thought you'd be good to explain that.
That's how I felt on jungle too, even when you're shit behind. And
Mm.
then like a little bit on support.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you want to learn how to play with your jungler. Is there anything else, like any goals that you had, like
Well,
that led you to buy a coaching session?
yeah. I mean, first of all, until last season, last split, where I peaked Masters for the first time, Master Zero P on another account, I was pretty hard set plat for like a long time. Just wanting to climb, but I would kind of get in my own head. And then finally, I broke through. I got Master Zero P. That was a big deal for me. As playing League, like from being a kid, it's always your dream is to hit something.
Right. What do you think
Um,
made you go to Masters?
Silas, I just
Were you?
finally. It's another account. I can give you the ID
Mhm.
real quick. And this account, geez, we don't talk about this one this split, but I think what made me go to Masters, I started dying less, farming better, and I played one champ every game
I'll do
because
it.
I used to play.
That legit will do it. Far more,
I,
die less, one
I
champ.
used to you see like season 22 platinum 4, and then I DK'd out. But
Okay.
I mean, if you look at the amount of champions I played, like I used to play
Ooh,
like
I was
this was
expecting
my
like 25.
sickness. This was my sickness before the one trick arc.
Okay. And then what
Um,
made you one trick? How did you get into that?
uh, I mean, I like Silas. I think he's a fun champ. I think he's super versatile. Um,
Right, you
but
like him,
he's
but what made you play him, start playing just him?
I think it was mainly just like I've always played mid. I've always been mid laner. I've always played like Echo, Akali, Diana, and I felt like he was just in the same vein. And I guess I was like winning the most on him. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna dedicate like to one champ, and I felt like I enjoyed him the most, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty much it. As for things I kind of wanted to focus on, like you said a second ago, I've always been really into builds and runes. That's always been like kind of a fun part of the like mini game for me of the game. And while obviously, I don't think I'm the best, this is what I do right here. Is anytime I play champ, Silas 2, I just go to OPGG. I look at the players from every region, not just Korea. I look at everyone's builds, the runes, what they're taking, what Showmaker's building, what Knight's building.
Well,
That's
right
always been
here,
kind of important to me.
I was interested in like KD comparison because that's
Mm.
usually a good indicator. Like if you don't have enough deaths, that's usually the indicator. But here it looks like
Oh.
we need to tone it down.
Yeah, I think pretty bad at playing from behind.
Well,
Um,
there is no playing from behind on Silas. They're standing still and choosing to not go in
mm,
until the one good fight, you know?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think that's why I kind of wanted to get from this was just like to point out the things I can't see because obviously I'm probably pretty biased towards my play, right? And I've especially when you play a champ so much, it's really easy to get disillusioned of like, oh, I know how to play this champ, right?
Right.
And I kind of want someone else to be like, no, you don't know how to play this champ. You're doing it wrong.
Yeah, you got
So
the right guy. I've played Phil for 2 years. I'm always like hopping champs for content and shit. And it's so obvious that you know fucking nothing. Like I'll
yeah,
Belvet's easily my most played. I'll go into a game and it's like obvious. I know less more than I know less than I know.
Mm,
But fuck,
no,
it's so
yeah.
obvious to me where I've played so many different things for fucking who knows how long. So play with your jungle, and then what you're
Mm,
saying, what I'm hearing is kind of like flatten things out. So that's
yep.
like less kills, more meaningful kills though, less
More
deaths,
farm.
yeah, more farm. But then with that, like whenever you're doing less too, you get more opportunities in a way
Mm,
because you're not forcing things. So imagine like day one Sylas. If you were coaching a bronze Sylas, you would watch them E into
mm.
who's the worst level one matchup?
Yone's pretty bad if he has
Yeah.
Ignite.
He
Any lethal tempo user,
so
you'll
he
just E
E's
in
into a
and they'll
Yone
just
and gets fucked
Q,
up.
Q. Yeah.
But you would know just to stand there and hit the first three melees, right?
Yeah. Just to like maybe like E, dodge the Q, hit first three melees, E backwards, you know?
So that's flattening. But
Okay.
we're probably gonna be doing that like come mid and late game. And
Hmm.
then what's the third thing that we can do here?
Well, I wanted you to judge my builds and runes because, like I said before,
Fuck if I know with
I
these.
put a
Let's
lot of
see.
effort.
You would
I put a
probably
lot
know
of
better
thought.
than me. Okay, so why
I
these
just want to.
runes?
So this game, um, and I got this from Vagar, an old Vagar VOD, and he was like, "This is how you choose how to max on Sylas. Don't look at your lane. Look at like the comp. I guess. Like, can
Okay.
I get my W off this game? If the answer is yes, then it might be a good W game. And if the answer is no, well then maybe Q is better. This game, it's a little awkward just because I think Karthus Heimer probably want a Q max, but in my head, I think I'm this game I probably want to be like staying alive, I guess. So like W and E are gonna like help me do that more in this game. And Conquer, I mean, just good against Jace, I think. Lane matchup.
Then WE, you go in and out. I think that's
WE,
for the best against fucking Karthisheimer.
yeah. And also that's another point he brought up that I've never really thought about is that E points is actually like can equal like more survivability because lower cooldown, um, depending on how you use it, I guess. So
And
probably could
then
have went Mercs this game though. It was a little greedy to go CDR boots, I think.
okay, and then why HP over armor? The Jace Rengar.
I always go HP. I greedy. I think HP just is good on Silas. I take overgrowth HP. I just think it's kind of broken.
He has 27. Nah.
You
Nah,
think
come
is
on.
this bad?
Well, I don't know. I don't know how the lane plays out, but like
You
this
think it's
combats
armor?
it combats like your allies in a way. If you're in a better lane state, then things are better because fuck man, Jace, anytime you trade into him, you're trading into the minions too, because he wins wave.
Okay.
So armor just fucking goes way harder. Levels like 1 to fucking 7 probably.
I've always just greeted HP just because I'm a bit of a Nemesis fanboy, and he's always into the greeting scaling runes.
Right. But
Uh,
Sylas is a fighting champ. He's not
yeah,
Vygar. And
that's
then
true.
into the right champ. So like into Vladimir, run HP. He's not
Yeah.
doing shit. Into any lane that can test, like I think
Okay.
resistance. Until you
Like
have
if
a
I'm just
reason
gonna be
not
fighting a
to.
lot. Okay.
We'll try it
That's
out for now because you'll figure it out pretty fast, especially where you're only playing Sylas. Okay, and then I
the
don't
big
even
adaptation I try to make is like so basically it's like if you're going QMax, you're going for a strike probably right.
yeah.
I think electrocute can be better in some matchups. Like I think Fizz and Akali, Echo in matchups where maybe you're going W max and maybe Conquer wouldn't be super good because you're not stacking Conquer against like a champion like Akali. She's going in her shroud. Shorter trades, I guess. Um, And then what I was saying is the big adaptation is second item. To me, it's always Everfrost. I'm not a big fan of Roa. I think Roa's pretty bad. Um, I think you just have too much synergy with Everfrost. It's cheap
Yeah.
synergy. It
Roa's
gives you wave clear when you have
especially
W
in
max.
solo queue, like we're not in
Yeah,
LCK. Fuck Roa.
yeah,
Is there any other
uh,
items that Sylas builds though?
yeah,
Like
yeah. Zanya's versus Cosmic. I think is the big one. Second item because I'm a big Shadow Flame hater. I don't like Shadow Flame.
why
I
not?
think if you're playing WMAX Silas, you just want more CDR. And I think not going CDR, if you're going Shadow Flame, you're probably going pen boots. And that's like, to me, you're doubling up on like no haste. And to me, on Silas, you want more haste. So
Yeah, he has options.
maybe that's too
It
one
really
dimensional.
depends. Let's look at a replay and then talk about the builds because that's a whole lot
Okay.
more.
Okay.
A whole lot more bang for our buck here. Generally, though, it sounds like you have the right idea for the most part. Conquer with
Yeah,
CDR and then survivability into the right things, but if you get too stuck on that, especially as a one trick, then it gets tricky, but you need to do the wrong thing a couple times to
I
really
think you're
figure out
right.
what the right thing is. I did this on Belveth all the time because her build was like for the past season, her build's been fucking changing.
Yeah.
So it was like Kraken Bork was hands down the best with PTA. They changed Kraken, and
Oh,
then
before Kraken was a mythic, when it was
yeah,
legendary. Okay.
yeah, it was so fucking nuts how much damage you would deal. And then that changed, so I was like, okay, Kraken into Black Cleaver. And then
Mm.
now Stridebreaker got buffed, and it is so obviously Stridebreaker
Kraken
second.
Strikebreaker.
Yeah, Kraken Stridebreaker. And like I was a hater for a little bit, and I was like, let me
Oh,
just fucking
really?
try it. And I'm like, oh my God. It's like a better two item than what I was doing. I was doing like Kraken, Black Cleaver, Radiant, because it made me very tanky, and then it's a better fourth item, but it's like Belveth wins on two.
Right. I see what you're saying. And also, I think Strikebreaker is nice to set up your W. Maybe that's a little bit more.
The fucking it just has too much shit. Like, yeah, the active is good, but holy fuck, it gives you every fucking stat like you're kidding.
So this is a game we won. Um, and I think it's a game I got fed. But basically, what I wanted out of this was because in my head, I kind of know like what I'm doing wrong when I lose because it's like a lot of Silas's damage is gated through just hitting E, right? So like in a game, if I like just miss a bunch of E's, I'm like, okay, well I know I didn't win this game. You know, like I missed 5 E's in a row and then got poked down and died. But when I'm ahead, sometimes we'll just lose anyways, right? So I want to kind of like see where was I wasting time? I guess this game, like what did
Okay.
I do
So
wrong?
how you
Even
take it
when
all the way?
winning, yeah, like even when winning, what am I doing wrong?
Oh wait, I already had a notepad. Where's she at? How to take it all the way.
Yeah, I had to close it out, or maybe even just like
Carry him across the finish line. That's usually how
yeah,
I see it.
yeah.
Now generally this comes from, well, what do you think? Okay. Give me three things. How you take a game all the way with the lead,
On Silo specifically, I think it's pushing your lead because obviously you want to be ahead in XP, so like not dying, good tempo, like going side. I think going side is really broken on Silas. Like you don't want to just group and team fight. I think a lot of people do that. It's a mistake. Um, I think pings. I think one thing I realized, especially in this elo, is
not,
that
and then give me something that's our champion. Like, yes, but let's focus on our champ, our impact, not
mm,
influence. We're farming side, and then
I
this leads
think
us into being strong.
depending
And then how do we
on what
spin
ults
that?
you have, letting your team know like when you don't have an ult, like because a lot of people don't know about like the global CD
Right?
on ults, and I'll be like, okay, I don't have Malphite ult this fight, like just give Drake, like I guess communicating that, being like, I might be 10 kills, but if I don't have the one good ult, I'm infinitely weaker than
Okay.
if I had it.
That's all good.
Or maybe
That
on
stops
the
you from
flip
losing.
side,
Yeah, that stops you from
on the flip
losing.
side,
I'm trying to figure out how to win here. I have a lead on Silas. I'm gold,
okay.
okay? What do I do next?
One thing I do a lot is vision traps. I like vision traps by sweeper and just go sit in the jungle and try to like one shot the jungler.
Okay. So I set up
Just
for a
pick
pick.
because I think with Everfrost, Emax or Emax second, like you're just doing a ton of damage off your Everfrost. Like
I
very good.
agree. So I'm a gold
Um,
Silas. I just pushed I farm side and then I gotta pick on the enemy AD. I'm gonna try to dive the enemy mid turret. Is that a good idea?
I don't think so. Probably not.
Why not? I get another
Well,
kill. That's beast. I love getting kills
yeah.
on Silas.
I mean, you'll see it in this game. I do that where I'll like just die like that. But like I said, like I think really like
Well, what should I do
I
instead? I want the kills.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know.
What are my options, okay?
I just get lost. I get
Let's say I
lost in a
just
lot of
got to pick,
games.
okay? Let's say all the outer turrets are down. Dragon is up, Baron is up, these turrets are up. What do? I just got to pick on the enemy AD.
Well, if I have TP, I'd probably like what I would do is I'd probably go top and like tell my team to do Drake because AD's dead and they probably won't contest. So there's no reason for me to be there.
Alrighty? So
I mean,
they
that's
do
what I would say.
dragon, we take top, or we push top, but we can't take top turret because the enemy 5-man's
AD.
there.
Yeah.
Or they 4-man there because they have nothing better to do.
Yeah.
So how about instead we do Baron, force them into a 4v5?
So you're saying like just like if I'm ahead on Silas, like just call for a 20-minute Baron and just be like turn, like
Well,
call for
yeah,
a
we
turn
got to
and just
pick. We have good chances.
like make them fight us.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
If
I
you
mean,
have the
I don't
winning
really do that.
position, yeah, if you have the winning position, fight on objective, enemy comes in, attack. Because farming side after winning pick and team get objectives, that's slow. Silas can do shit fast. So,
So you're saying like keep the game like going, like don't like keep the action going around you, I guess.
kind of. The enemy, like, wants to do something, so we're playing against
Okay.
that, right? They don't want to fucking just farm a side or, like, come collapse on you in a side, you die,
Like
nothing happens.
they're
Boring.
probably 5-man like running around trying to do something.
Right?
Okay.
If they can test this, like, oh, fuck yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Run right into him, no problem. 4v5. Okay, so you set up for a pick and then force objective fight. Because with this, you have like winning fight, and then 2, you have an objective for free if they don't contest, and then 3, like you speed things up, you play at a like higher tempo and you abuse the like MTG red of Silas.
Okay.
Pretty chill. So let's see how it goes here. Yep, I'm
That's
coaching Belveth every other day, and that's like he gets to do that on second Rift Herald. Just take
yeah.
the game by the fucking balls. Alrighty.
I messed up with that level 1. I got hit by that Q. You're supposed to E forward on her first Q and then E, but I did it a little slow.
L.
Yeah, that's a mistake. That's a mistake.
How do we do this better?
Probably E up more. Like you can't see my cap. Like just up, like north, like a little bit norther or down. You think down? I would say
Well,
up, but
she hit minion, and then she was already kiting, so you didn't give
okay.
her space. I think just
All
don't
right.
E. What do you think? In hindsight here?
Yeah, that's probably fine. I think I E too much. I think I get in my head that I need to like I need to go for every E. Like if she Qs and she misses, I have to E. But I
Yeah.
guess
That's 2 autos, and then she has position on Q. There's no threat. If she's better,
okay.
she's right here. Fucking Q auto.
And then I'm just yeah, my HP is okay.
Yeah, too much of an L where you missed the first E. If you watch like a Faker Chovy, they have like very good patience on this shit, but they've done it wrong a million times too. So
Okay.
the like E holding is totally chill as well. But the mistake this time was overdoing it.
Okay.
And as a one trick, you gotta reel that shit back. But you know when it's bad, you know?
Right.
The reeling it back is usually just fucking what? Stop doing it.
Yeah. I mean, I think I just get in, I'm either Eing too aggressive or I'm playing a lane where I'm only using
Oh,
E to dodge.
HW. Chill. You have a jungle problem here. At
Okay.
higher elo, you would want to ping Briar to help, just to
Okay.
be here.
Just to hover, like
Yep.
okay.
E, A. Oh, fuck, you didn't E? Okay.
Holding E just because my idea was hold E and if she tries to stun, maybe I dodge stun.
That works.
I just didn't want to commit everything. Like
Yeah.
like I'd be fine with letting the
That,
wave be bad and just TP back.
yeah, that's probably better. I was thinking E, auto, E, auto.
Also, I went bone plating on accident this game. That's probably bad.
That's fine into Syndra. She wants to, like, swift combo you. Okay, and then...
I TP'd just because I saw my jungler. Like sometimes I'll hold TP here, but I don't really know when to like when I want to TP and like be there with my jungler because let's say they're going for the top play, like just so I'm there. Like if
Okay.
something happens in the river, but
So
I
you're
think I
clearing,
can
Volley
read.
Bear, ganks top, and then recalls. So you didn't watch Volley Bear.
I guess I didn't see that at all.
Yeah, so
So
you're totally fine to walk back to lane. There's no fight on Scuttle.
okay.
L.
Also, I mean I don't F key at all. It's pretty bad. I do look at the minimap. I try to.
Well, if you know it's bad, hey, nothing.
I do know it's bad, but it's just what Chovy does, and I mean, I'm not trying to copy 1-to-1 what Chovy does, but if he's getting away with it, and maybe I am too.
Chill. Well, he watches the fucking mini map. You need
Yeah,
to right now see Volibear first. I don't give a fuck about your F keys yet.
right.
Just notice. You even moved your camera, so that was good enough.
Yeah, I have my camera controls on WASD and
Wow. She fucking
and one,
flashed.
two, three, four on my abilities.
Okay, that's pretty
Just have
scuffed, but
it's
do
scuffed. That's
you.
just how I've always done it
I
since
use
like
drag
season
scroll,
6.
like where I press one button and move my mouse, and then it moves the
That's pretty
camera.
nice.
It's
Yeah.
it's worse than doing the edge, but I'm too
Well,
deep.
it's
So
just because I came from Smite, and Smite is 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's what I did when like back in season 6 or something.
whatever.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. It's just I'm already on the scuffed control, so yeah.
Fucking
I
bad.
think
Why?
bad.
Why?
Hold my E
Why? What
because
does Syndra
she
need to give you for the E?
hurry.
Okay, or E. Anything else?
Um,
What does she want right here?
Probably to cue the wave.
Why? If she Qs
Be-
this, she doesn't get a single CS, and then you could zone her.
I guess I don't know. I don't know. She's trying to proc first strike, maybe.
She wants the cannon minion.
Cannon. Okay. She wants to grab it with W.
Well, she wants it, so she's gonna
Yeah.
move in position for it. So give her some space. The best,
Let her walk up.
right? So Silas can really abuse that aspect of like pretending to be in a defensive position. Enemy is confident to move forward, so they
Okay.
snag a little cannon for free, get a little auto attack, and then boom,
Yeah.
there's the E. You
Also,
don't
I think I burger flip my E a little too much when I.
Well, you overforce it. That's what I'm saying. These like one here is like you're
Okay.
not giving them space. And every time you do that, it gives them an obvious response. You're like doing it too fast and going forward. So
And they just start dodging, start running away.
yeah, their initial is going to be to back up and they're already in a defensive position. So you're not making it easy. These aren't punishes, these are forces. It will
Okay.
work, say 3 out of 5 times. But the higher you go, you start losing these percentages and it starts costing you all your fucking HP. So
Yeah.
the good
Especially when you're
ones,
not D shield.
yeah, the good ones are the punishes, not the forces.
So what you're saying is to start playing more of like around the wave of like, or around her, like how she wants to play it.
Yeah,
Like
what
let's say like in another matchup, like Vlad's trying to walk up and cue me because he's trying to like, I don't know.
yeah,
That's a bad example. Or
Vlad's right
Victor is a
here.
better one. Victor's trying to walk up and cue me. Like so then let him walk up, play
Yeah, just
defensive, and
stand
then E
still.
forward.
Stand still. Victor walks up, Q. You E past a minion, he's like, fuck. And then
Right.
you E auto, W auto, E2 auto, and then Q, he's slowed. Keep fucking wailing as far as you
Yeah.
can take it.
Yeah.
Chill.
Okay.
But you just, you give him a little snack and you take it all the way.
Like I don't need like I guess I just don't need to be this aggressive. Like
Okay. Oh, fuck, you give up your lane for this? It's actually good. Bad E by Briar. They all suck at it. Chill.
just
And then
yeah.
I think immediately flank mid, but let's see it.
I think I just clicked back to lane.
Hell yeah, look at this shit. Let Volibear attack you right here. Briar joins. Syndra standing still. Chill. He would have went that way, a flank on Syndra, chunk, and then push wave dive. Chill.
I think we kill her here. I think she does. I don't think she's supposed to die, but
So anytime you have an opportunity like that, you already had level lead on Syndra.
okay.
You can give up CS when you've already moved because you got kill, right? You're fine. Damn, we're ahead of a lot of XP. Too far back.
Too far back. I just think I just don't know where volley is, but I guess I shouldn't care.
Yeah, you can
There's
exit
1v2.
left side. His only option is like this. My main
Uh,
thing is your Q is coming up. So if you stand in the middle of the lane, or no, if you stand left side where Briar's right here, you're totally safe regardless. But you need to be queuing
okay.
on cooldown to get this wave in. Because you're
Is there
not
a reason I want to get this wave in? Like
don't get ganked by volley, dive Syndra with Briar here. Reset, spend your gold. You have a lot of shit.
okay.
Yeah. Look at that Q just staying up.
Yeah, I'm just holding it. I think she overextends a bit here.
Hose, squish, poop. Shut
Yeah,
up, Voldemort.
that guy. Yeah, I get him in a lot of my games. Sadly, I have to read that.
Good,
You just turn on
evil.
champion names.
What does
Fuck
any of
that.
that even
Yeah.
mean?
If you're gonna reset, why ward?
Are you just saying like just insta B right here, just back, no word?
Option A, stay in lane and wait for next wave. Option B, recall.
Okay. Yeah, see
That's it.
that's what I'm saying is like I feel like I'm just wasting time like all over the place.
Well, it doesn't look like you're aimed at anything. Were you in this game?
No, I just like just wandering. You know, I just place a word. I'm like, oh, I should probably base.
Okay. So it seems like to me that in these spots you need to just be aimed at something.
Okay, like so, like always just give myself like an objective of like what I'm trying to do. I guess.
Right. And
Okay.
so why would we stay in lane here?
Um. Well, I can't really buy anything with this gold. Like that's super meaningful. I could buy CDR shoes, but I'm probably going Mercs this game. Um. So I don't have Lost Chapter gold, and I don't want to just buy Mercs. Like I like to buy Mercs after Lost Chapter usually.
Okay.
Um. Also, just to pressure Syndra, she's low. She has no TP. Like she can die here.
Hell
I have a
yeah.
flash,
Hell yeah. And the wave's bouncing
but
back to you.
I mean it's also a free recall.
A
Drake's
free
up.
recall for Syndra too. If you leave, she gets to
Yeah.
leave. Fuck that.
Okay.
She has no TP, she has worse items. Or at least like level 5 to level 5. I would favor SYLAS here. This much HP.
So you would say just stay next wave and then, but like don't just do it because oh I'm just wandering around and I'm just staying because I didn't recall in time. But think like okay I'm gonna stay in lane. I'm gonna walk Syndra in lane, kind of like
Yeah, it seems good to me.
okay.
Nope. You stay, have a chance to kill her, have a better buy, can't be ganked.
Good.
So even just moving out of lane, that gives Syndra time to recall. And
All right,
recall in a safe spot.
and she'll make it for this cannon probably,
Right. So even
or
if you
like
just
just after.
like thwart it once, maybe she recalls again. If she does, she loses wave. If she doesn't, you freeze, she loses CS or has to walk up, kill, chill.
I like slow pushing too. If I'm gonna stay here, I would just slow push this.
Swine and
That's one thing I learned from I think it was Ranger of all people, playing Tryndamere, where he was just like,
but let
if you don't have like an idea, just slow push. Like you just, I guess, I don't know. It's
Never
just like a good
fucking
default.
fails, baby.
It's a good default. I think there's something to that.
Yeah. Hey.
This is a pretty unplayable matchup for her because I can just buff her every like.
Wow. Get to that blast cone. You're shitting me.
Yeah, this was bad. This was really bad. I panicked here for sure. And my W was back up at the end. I just didn't press it. So this is like a little unlucky that I have to flash for it, but that's fine. I think I need better camera control in these fights because I just like don't see Ziggs or Ezreal coming until then. As well.
The same way as of the F keys, that comes from looking at the mini map, in my opinion. Because the
Okay.
reason you like move the camera itself is because you saw something here for the most part. So for right now, it's like you need this, and then you can start doing the F keys, which would give you like, individual pans of what's happening. And then the next thing would be moving the actual camera.
Right.
there is no king.
I mean, you look at my CS this game; it's just so bad. Like, I just always fight so much, and I miss CS as well. Like right here, I just missed a CS. Like it just adds up. I guess I don't really know what I'm doing wrong, especially with W Max. I just think I find it really hard to farm. Like when I don't have
You're
points in
really
queue.
focusing on those sort of things like the specifics of these things.
Hmm.
Okay, so this game, why do you think you have less CS?
I think I'm just missing. Like right there, I just missed a CS. Like it's just that like over the entire lane, like just missing. Like it earlier,
I think it's something different.
you think it's like wave management or like
Well, like too blanket of a term, I guess.
What
I
would you say
think
then?
I think it's because you're like whenever you force the plays, then you're gonna miss CS every time. That's just
Okay.
how it works any champion. And because you did that instead of the punish, then you don't get the CS. If you watch Chovy play Sylas, it will be him CSing and then trading onto the enemy at the right time.
Reacting.
Right. So you like trade the CS for this trade, you trade the CS for this trade, and then like you go to this play that costs CS, those sort of things.
So I should be in the mindset of like farm this range creep. Oh, Syndra did something punish. Like
Right.
okay.
The default is like we're on the CS, the onus is on Cinder to punish us, and then if she
Like
fails,
she
then you
yeah.
punish her.
She E's IE forward or something.
Right.
Like
And since the Syndra sucks so much, you chose to just attack, 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 and then that costs you the CS. Whereas you can have them both, but
yeah,
you
that's
have
what I want. That's what I want.
right, and you have to play in a neutral way, in which you're like right on the neutral line, not too far forward, not too far back, and then when the enemy steps past their line, then you attack them, for example. With ADCs, it's more obvious for me to explain this. Like we're right here, here's our auto attack range, Syndra moves right there, auto attack, and then from there we get a move. We can move forward, we can move backwards. We can use a Q afterwards, but we're always like up in auto attack, and then we're up like movement, and then the enemy's behind, so it's like a triple whammy.
Okay.
That's how you actually play LoL and actually play lane.
I was born.
You know?
I mean, yeah, so
You
it's
know?
like right there, like then I miss a minion because I'm using my passive autos now. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
This one,
And right
fine.
here, I just missed 2 minions. Yeah, okay.
It's so chill, this one, though. She tries to cue the wave. Okay. Big chance right here.
I mean,
E?
I just flip my E too much though. Also, like I can just hold it there. I think.
Exactly, we can hold it. Okay, we missed volley ulti. Whoa! The big
Right,
man.
yeah.
Nice.
I usually do like kind of pick up my CS like in mid game, like just going side lane. But that's what always feels bad is that I'm like trying to like fix it. I guess like I'm like, oh shit, my CS is low. Like
Yeah, you'll never fix it.
yeah,
Any aggressive champion, like, doesn't catch up. You do it right or you are down it forever.
Yep. There's this Chinese guy I watch play Sylas, and he plays Ignite like every lane, and he's always like 8 CS a minute. Like even games he's 16 kills, Ignite, like
Yeah,
he's just 8-9 CS a minute.
assassin mid lane Chinese is going to like they don't fuck around with their CS. They're standing there menacingly getting all the CS. And then it's fucked because it's up to the enemy to try to punish them. Rather than like, you know, you're level 1-2, you're doing it to yourself. You might go through a loop though, you might be like, I don't know, I'm not doing anything and winning. Am I even good?
Yeah. I do feel like that in a lot of games. If you look at my OPGG, like overall, like I'll win like a lot of games in a row, but I'll be like 3-3, you know, 2-3, like. But I felt like I did my job. Like
Yep.
You know,
I mean, that's how it is. If you watch especially the Asian regions too, like 12 minutes in, the score may be 1-0-1, and it's totally fine. 1-0-1. Especially with junglers. Junglers will be like 2-0-1, 14 minutes, and they win.
like Ogren, that's one that comes to mind. Every time I watch Ogren, like
super chill.
He'll just be like, it'll kind of seem like he's being useless, but you know, he'll have 3 Drakes and Herald, and he's been covering his lane, so
yep.
I guess it's
that's
not always KD.
That's how my Bel'Veth games look recently. Get my initial 3 kills and then it's fucking farm maxing until like 15. I get all objectives. It's GG, but it's so boring. I swear. The on-hit Bel'Veth is so much more fun. The Stridebreaker Bruiser shit is just too bulky.
Especially in this elo, I feel like people don't really go side lane very often. Like even I kind of thought it would be different, but
yeah,
I find myself being like the
like
side lane janitor, like a lot of the games where I'm just like pushing out top and then basing and pushing out bottom and basing. And, like my team is just fighting.
It's So now you're entering the mid game here, and then I'm thinking, how do you
Push
affect
my
the
mid.
lanes? Because Syndra's fucked, and your TP is up. So now it's like,
Yeah.
where do you want to just cause some problems?
Yeah, that's actually one thing I've been doing recently. The one like intentionally is TPing and then holding my TP and like stacking minions mid to like have my TP, I guess,
Right.
and just like only using it for like plays.
The second
here I
Volibear
didn't
shows
TP.
here, you
Yeah.
need to look.
Okay. So I guess I'm doing
Because
the
this
first
is
part
good
right,
for
but
you. You've already fucked Syndra, so you can choose
yeah.
these. This will happen without you.
I would
So-
always go for the bot play though if I saw it and I reacted. That's like how my philosophy, I guess, or how I've been trying to approach. It's just
Full HP, full HP. Good luck. All right, let's see it. The mid turrets were free, or the mid plates. Okay.
I think it's fine here because she just
Yeah.
puts herself in a bad spot. Yeah, I missed
Too
the
much.
It's fine.
You want
Yeah.
flash for next dragon, but nice try.
Especially without CDR boots, pretty bad.
Yeah, land that, clink with this, like maybe die, or if get killed, there's no push, there's no play, it's like not worth. You don't get an objective for that.
I type close. Okay, that's
This
Didn't
is
move
bad
to
too.
that.
So you go back mid, you clear the wave, reset, because you want to reset, be in position, gold spent, resources.
Yeah.
You don't do
Yeah.
you don't do this into back mid into that again, you know?
I do that a lot.
All right, so after the second play, it's time for you to reset.
Okay, just be like teams inting, whatever.
Obviously too much, you know?
But I guess I just get in this idea that like, oh, I have to go help, you know.
Okay, so you're reacting to that, but you're not holding anything higher. What I'm holding higher here is the objective coming up or being in a position to then further the lane.
Okay.
So since you don't value nothing, whatever's there is like the nuts.
Right.
So you need to put the dragon there, the dragon timing, and then you need to put the objectives there, which would be this mid turret. I know I can get that mid turret. The fucking Cinder is so fucked the second I come back to lane. Or
Yeah.
if she's not gonna let me attack her, I'm gonna attack the lanes, and then they're fucked. But I can't attack them again in a meaningful way that would let me take their turret if I stay on the map.
Yeah, I'm too low on money. Jungler's dead.
And then they give you the kill, so polite.
I mean, that's how a lot of Sylas games go, though. It's just like you just get really fed, and then
Oh, I know.
here's Thanos.
These challenger Silas legit suck in NA, but they just stand still, and then and then it all comes to them.
I'm a man with
I mean, that's obviously like I didn't expect you to be able to like help me with matchup knowledge and stuff. But that's like one thing I need to work on, I think, because I think Sylas can win every matchup pretty much, just based on how versatile you are.
Yeah. Well, have you watched like a lot of Chobi?
I have not watched a lot of Chovy. I like Chovy Sylas. I don't think he's like the best Sylas. I think Rookie, and I think Knight is probably the best Sylas. Or Showmaker. I think Showmaker is really crazy. Like I think he's.
If we watch any of them, though, we're gonna,
Yeah,
watch them
I watch
all.
Showmaker. I watch
Yeah,
Showmaker.
watch them all, but it's like you're gonna get something different from all of them too. What you need is just a bunch of data.
Yeah. I think the Chinese guy is fake data though, because I don't play Ignite. I don't play.
Fucking watch him enough, you might start running Ignite.
I take Ignite in some lanes. I take Ignite in like lanes I think I need to win, like Kassadin. I take Ignite.
Dude, I like to watch the top lane, like Aatrox and shit.
It's the same channel. Like there's some of the same like channels that do it. It's like
I legit hate top lane, but I love watching that Aatrox guy. It's fucked up.
XCM guy.
Yeah.
He's cracked.
Yep, makes top lane look fun.
But yeah, it's the same thing. Like Aatrox, like he just even in the quote unquote like bad Aatrox lanes, like he like edges little leads, like little
right, and he just keeps fucking trying,
And I guess I kind of want to get to that point.
But it has to be a punish, he's never forcing them
until
they walk past the fucking wave level 1 and shit. But
like
that's
some lanes, like I'm just
3K
so
games
bad
in.
Like Cassio, like I can't play Cassio lane. I perma ban Cassio.
Okay. keep pushing with them and then reset. Thoughts? Because then you reset to the
I do
side
this a
lane.
lot. I do this a lot where
This isn't a
I see my team
sequence.
is doing something,
Yeah.
and I think to myself, especially with objectives like Baron, like the team will be hitting Baron, and I'll be like in the bush, or I'll be like pushing top because I'll be like, oh, they have Baron, I guess,
Right, just do it with them and then get the farm later.
and then
This
do
is
it
how you
after.
spin
Okay,
SYLAS.
okay.
Because you can't do the farm into the play, or else you're a janitor, and there's no need. You're 9 kills. Be the guy of all time.
So like, just don't try to be the sideline janitor, and when I'm 9 kills.
Not when you're strong.
Okay.
Because look at this path.
I just get this idea of like,
To
oh,
go
like
from
we should be pushing side lanes, but I guess that's not enough to like.
well,
That's not
not
a reason.
well. You should be pushing side lanes. Not right now. You just killed. Kill this. Kill this.
Baron
Reset.
reset. Yeah.
Then you're in a side lane with TP.
Okay.
But why is that?
Why is what? Why am I going cover?
No. Like
Why is it
why?
better?
Yeah. Why is it better?
Well, I mean, number one, like you said before, gold spent. I'm sitting on like a K, so that's I could buy like a stopwatch here. Should probably be, could turn a fight, could make a fight easier.
Okay.
Just tempo, I guess. Like I'm out of base, I'm on the map first.
Be synced up with our team too, because they're gonna
Okay.
push and reset.
So be like synced with your jungler, I guess, or just team in general.
Right, but then it's doing it in our own interest too.
Okay.
So we're not giving up anything
Right.
major because we already won the play. Same
All right.
time,
Yeah.
same deal as whenever you killed Darius. It's like we already won. And now it's just all icing on the cake at that point.
So I'm just like, I guess I'm just. Well, this is probably just autopilot. This is probably just like, oh, we killed them. Okay, I see a side lane, I go push. Like this is like my autopilot, I guess.
that's a bad autopilot.
Yeah.
Desynced L, no objective L. Farm not even going to build up into anything that would shift the recall itself. L. And then when it's time to fight, oh, you're going to be 20 seconds late. It's inevitable. And then the TP covers that versus pressuring this, if no fight, still have TP, still hitting this. Can do something in enemy jungle.
So like reset, go bot, maybe like ping Baron.
It'd be the
And
Rift Herald, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Rift Herald. Yeah. TP. Take it.
So then it's you're sharing a lane. What the fuck?
Useless.
Kill this guy. Kill him. Kill Ezreal. Kill whoever the fuck shows up. Who even looks at bot lane.
And especially, I mean, now that you say that, if I would have based when you said, I would have already been bot. Like I would have been there. Like to be on that wave.
Could even try to TP here. Fucking shebang.
I like to save my TP though. I mean, it's a little greedy. I like to
early
have
game.
it, like,
fucking
react.
Kill them. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Early game. Waste that TP 3 times.
Like it's worth to kill the Ezreal. Okay.
Mid to late game. Careful with the TP.
Okay. Like when Baron, like would Baron, I guess, be like a good, like when
Past like
Baron's up,
22 minutes.
Okay. Like when they can take Baron, I guess. Not when Baron.
Because one bad play past like 22, like Baron's on the board and it can get the whole game can go to purgatory, especially for SYLAS. Holy fuck! So we've walked from mid to top into bot. Like, there goes my top laner.
Well, my thought here is just I need one more wave for Zanya's. I guess I'll just go take a wave. Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's fine. It's fine here to like, yeah, we want the goal, but like, damn, this sequence, that's how it plays out.
And especially when you put it this way, like I see this as like, let's say we're not winning this game. Well, then it's like, now we're losing even more, right?
Right. You guys all group bot push. That's good. And now, you reset. That's fucking chill. And then we're right on dragon with our gold spent. Fucking nice.
I do like to go death cap third, usually, because I think it's the best item, I think. But in a lot of games, I'll just like base and I won't have rod gold, so I'll just buy an amp tome. And then some games I'll just never build death cap because of that. So do you think it's better to hold for a rod?
Win more so you have the needlessly. Thank you. That's what you're looking for. Have more CS. Play the game the right way, and then you'll have that.
And then I would have it.
Yeah, dude, this curve is so chill. I haven't been able to build this shit, but like, Seraphine mid, Everfrost Sony sent to death cap, I would get that shit so fast. Yeah. I'd be like 4 minutes with that, and the enemy is fucked. like you have 200 CS and like 2 kills, and then you have that shit with a bunch of turrets. Alrighty, you got their ulti. This sucks by your team, but whatever.
There's probably no reason for me to click back here. And then this is something I do a lot. I'm like, oh, we're fighting. I grab Syndra R, and you'll see I just sit on Syndra R for like the entire duration until it times out.
Okay, so what do you want to do instead? You push
this.
this.
Just not use my R, just base.
Okay, just base.
Yeah, like I'm low. I have TP. If they overextend and they get collapsed on, I can TP back.
Oh, that's good.
I can't really provide anything here though, I think.
And then look, even imagine they insta die. Then what, guys? The Baron's over here, guys. The fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
This like 20 minutes Baron to spawn. We did this. It's like farm everything, reset, right on Baron, better items, force the fight, kill them, take Baron, reset, push, end the game.
I mean that happens a lot, and like you've played in D1 obviously. Like sometimes Baron just won't get taken. Like one team will be ahead, and Baron will just be up, and we'll just.
Right, and why isn't it taken?
Well, I guess that no one's taking the initiative on the team. Just one person needs to ping it, and people will listen.
Well, they might not listen, but if you're in position, that helps, right? And then
I guess
the same way that you're playing, where you don't have a goal, do you think your allies are playing like that, where whatever happens just kind of happens?
Right.
Right. So if you're in position here, ping it, you get a pick in their jungle, and
then they want to take Baron.
Yeah,
right?
everyone will just be magnetized.
And also, I want to get out of the habit of like playing to win solo queue, I guess, because I mean my gains right now are pretty bad.
You like
so I'm in
put more weight on them and get tilted too.
Well, no, like my MMR gains, like my LP gains, pretty bad. So I'm just in a full like kind of improved mindset, I guess.
You need to be half and half. I want to win, I want to improve, but I get to play a little bit.
Okay.
I usually exist in this area a little bit too much, where I kind of play a lot. But then if I play enough games, I start owning.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I feel. Like I ramp up. Like when I start the day, I'm always kind of a griefer, and then, you know, ramp up as like get more games in. But I think they FF here.
More kills, no Baron. Chill.
Yeah, surrender. Well, it was kind of a boring VOD, but I think I actually got a decent amount out of it. As far as like, as you can see, like that's like a stomp game, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still like, I'm just wasting so much time. My bases are bad, you know, etc.
So, do you see how you would end a game now? What does that look like?
I guess it's just like 22 minutes or 20 minutes or whenever. I mean, I guess it's more important on like what champs you have on your team, what items you have, right?
Right.
But let's say we have like brand support and
don't make it specific at all. Let's just, how do we like generally win?
We're ahead.
Okay, we're ahead. Be ahead. So this is like,
let's say it's like 19 minutes.
No mistake beforehand.
And maybe look for something before like 22 minutes. Like look for a good base timer, I guess, and then ping Baron. Like maybe base by pink word, walk into enemy jungle, sit in the bush.
And then so we set up Baron, and then you have an option here, like option 1, start, option 2, like occupy enemy space. So that could be the river, that could be their jungle, that could be deep into their jungle, that could be in a lane, like that's shifting. Or you just farm and side lane because sometimes you don't have to.
So be bot with TP, right? I guess would be the alternative.
Right.
And I really don't think I have like that much of a problem with like getting caught, I guess. I mean, 5 deaths a game is, you know, maybe higher than I would want, but I'm also, I don't feel like I'm like super inting every game, right? Like where I'm just going side and getting caught all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if I can just get in the mindset of like being more intentional with how I'm side laning, because I'm already like not getting caught a lot, I guess, then it could be pretty good for like just pushing games, and not just like getting in the mindset of like being the, like you said, like the janitor, you know, where I'm just fixing side lanes.
Kills.
Yeah.
And then we use these kills for what? More kills? Nah.
Yeah.
And then maybe win, maybe lose. That'll be like the
Like
14 kill loss, 14-3 something, like you're still gonna lose.
if you go to my OPGG
Okay.
and you look at my SYLAS games, like you'll see like a lot of the games I win, it's just like
Oh shit. Yeah, 14 big ones. Where
yeah, a
else?
lot of the games I win is like 10 kills. That's not a lot, I guess. It's a little bit more down here, like
And then
20.
these
Like
just look like getting carried too. This is gonna be fine sometimes, but like let's make it look like 5-5 and
well,
fucking
that's what I'm
10.
saying is like these games, like that's the game where I just like, oh, I kind of win my lane and then I just go side lane and then I push.
And this is getting carried, right?
What game was that? Oh yeah, that game was getting carried. Rumble is kind of a hard matchup.
Rumble's a fucked up champion.
Yeah, Rumble just kind of shits on you.
If you're not the guy of all time, that champ will eat you.
I like Leandry's too in some of these games. I think it can be good.
Let the
I don't know if
build
you have any thought
happen
about
to
that.
itself. You obviously like put a lot of thought into it, and it's not bad. But where I want you to put your focus when you're playing, at least just try to start noticing things. Like I think it would help you. You don't have to do this, but
Okay.
it's an option for you to start looking for like what your champion wants to do next. Write this shit down. What your champion wants to do next. Options you have, and then 3, what enemy wants to do. Because kind of in this order. Because whenever you're like truly blind to your own gameplay based on like skill, it's just this. And then once you get a little better, you have a little bit more control, then it's the options. And then third, the end game is like I can see the enemy's moves. My like this happens automatically, then we're fucking rocking, then we're gaming. And that's why like this is the one trick pipeline too. But good luck in there.
Mm.
Right. So what does our champion want to do? That's easy. But then it might be misinformed based on what this is. Something in
Yeah.
the middle. Because like what do
Yeah.
we want to do? But then how the fuck can I spin my teammates? What can we do here? Make it interesting. And then what does the enemy want to do? If I can pull Syndra wants that cannon minion. E forward. But on a macro scale, like you gotta pick in you get back to the first example, you get a pick on the ADC, and then the enemy wants something because there's nothing for them on the board. Let's start Baron. Let's do a little bad fight for the enemy. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. And I mean, just like, could you look at some of my losses and just like team comp wise, like applying that to like let's like look at a loss, I guess, and just
Okay.
be like, what do you think my plan is this game? Because that's where I get lost. Is like in these games where I'm
If
like,
I'm
okay, I'm playing
SYLAS
against Garen
here,
mid.
I have winning this, winning this, winning this. That means that it's like Wreck-It Ralph. We run into the enemy at the right time. So I side lane one wave, push, go mid, group with AD, force
What do you
fight.
think about 1v1, like mid? Like, what am I doing?
You
Because
do
that,
nothing, it's Garen.
yeah, I guess maybe
This is Garen Nasus Renekton mid. It's up to them to kill you. Your champion does
you
nothing.
can kill
Sorry.
Nasus. You can kill Nasus.
Okay, fair.
Well, that yeah, Nasus is like the exception, I think, to that, especially pre six.
Okay,
Like
Renekton, Cassante, Garen.
yeah,
Don't
yeah.
fall into the trap of attacking them.
I guess that maybe
Farm them
that's what
first. Yeah, farm them for first strike or fuck off. Like, just do nothing.
you think this would be a first strike game then.
I don't know. I don't know the fucking matchup. I don't know how this shit plays out. And if Conqueror would be better and come team fighting, maybe, but first strike looks fine.
If you go up a little bit, I think there's
It's
I put
definitely
against
Leandri's,
Cho'Gath,
though. Like this, that's definitely
Leandry's.
Leandri's.
Okay.
And then, like, what do you go second? I'm taking an HP item somehow, like Leandri's Shadow Flame.
You
And
know,
then,
okay, that's actually one thing is when I build Leandry's, I feel like I'm missing the HP
right.
from Everfrost, which is it's not very much, but I think it adds up.
So you have like
Um,
Rylai's and you have Shadow Flame. Those are good AP options I'm seeing.
I mean,
And
Shadow Flame, I really don't like Shadow Flame. I think it's a good item on SYLAS. I think the stats are really good. I just think it feels really bad to not build haste because haste
it
is
does.
really, really broken. Haste is
Don't worry
damage.
about it. Sometimes we go a little flat Silas. We don't get to be the guy of all time.
Okay.
Because here it looks like big burst onto one target and jack off because all
Because
in, all
yeah.
in. Like set up this guy, do your best.
And I guess it's not like I'm gonna like win extended fights against Camille or Garen, no
Hell
matter what
no.
I build, right? So it's like I should just, if anything, this would be a first strike game. Just be QMax, first strike, sit back, Just nuke them
Leandries,
with
Shadow
Qs.
Flame,
Maybe
Zonias,
throw a
Deathcap.
Zanya's in there. Yeah.
Oh no, Void Staff, chill.
I like yeah. I mean, one thing people have been experimenting with is Night Harvester. I think that's pretty trash.
This
I think
game?
Rocket Belt is actually has a place. I think with the Shadow Flame build, I think Rocket Belt, like, because to me, like, I only really like building Shadow Flame if I'm like min maxing the oh, I can't. Did you stop screen sharing? Oh
Huh?
no, you didn't. I can see it. I only like building Shadow Flame if I'm like getting the most out of the flat pen. Like if I have a Ludens, Rocket Belt, pen boots, Shadow Flame. But
Right.
maybe that's just, I guess, the wrong mindset.
It's just impossible in mid lane. That's a funny item. You don't have mana, you don't wave clear. Champ
Yeah,
sucks. Just do Ludens.
yeah.
These
It's probably
items
more of a
really don't
jungle
matter.
jungle specific.
What matters is that you have an item lead, and then you attack the enemy with it.
Yeah,
Like,
maybe I'm thinking too much about the items.
if I'm playing SYLAS, like, and I'm against that Syndra, and then I kill her once, okay, I'm always up a fucking component item, and I'm gonna keep it that way because I have control over the lane without jungle intervention. So then I just keep that rolling, and I keep doing it, and I keep doing it. I come back. I could have any mythic item. She's dead the same.
Right.
Like Everfrost does something different, Ludens does something different. She's dead the same. Okay, we keep going, we keep going. I get to 2 items. Now, how my 2 items interacts with Syndra is less important than how it interacts with a team fight, for the
Okay.
most part. With Sylas, especially as a mid laner, you're going to be involved in a lot of
Team fights.
skirmishes, actually, so it won't
Yeah.
go right to team fight. So your 2 items need to play for that.
I
And then
think
you,
that's why Zanya's second is so like popular, right? It's
right,
like the mango fish, mango fish at all.
yeah, the Fizz player.
Fizz. He's
He
just like
stands still, like he
he
started
slams
the
it every
standing
game.
still mid. He
Yeah,
like no one. Yeah, I think he was the first assassin mid to fucking really
just 10 CS a
popularize
minute.
that
Like,
shit.
yeah, just
Well, the
build
first
Zanya's,
wave on Fizz, he just fucking stands there like it
just
was
soak XP.
insane. Right, the losing matches when he knows he can't take damage the first wave because it builds up into third, fourth wave bounce. He dies. He just stood there. I was like, wow, amazing, fantastic.
I think, yeah, I think you're right about that, because the Chinese guy, what he'll do is he'll go Zanya's into Medjai's like every single game.
So
And
chill.
that's just his, I
Everfrost,
guess.
Zonia's
Yeah,
into this so cheap
you're
into
like you're full
Deathcap.
tank, full
Yeah,
tank. Yeah,
so chill.
I like that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I think I'm overthinking it a little bit.
Well, like you're thinking about it, which is good, but you're putting too much weight on it because these aren't
Yeah.
the things that's gonna shift how like things play out for
What do you
now.
think about tabbies, by the way? You think there's tabby games?
Mm,
Because I almost never build
no.
tabbies. No. You think tabbies? Yeah.
Yeah, because
I guess.
we can do Zonias too easily, and like we have cooldowns we get to choose when we go in. Nah, nah.
I mean, the other thing is that like you get filled a lot. I get filled a lot. So I queue support second is what I've been doing recently. Normally it's top, but I find you get top a lot.
Yeah, top lane's fucked up. Don't do that.
And I
Whenever I
tried
was
playing
playing,
Silas top.
whenever I played
Nah,
Phil for 2 years, I got top lane the most. Fucking
yeah,
horse shit.
that's worse. I just do support. It seems like I get it. Sometimes I play Brand, I play Xerath, so I can slam Silas support if it's good.
A little funny game.
I think
And
it's I
then,
think
and then
I think it has its place.
I relic shield. I get level 2. He's fucking owned.
Yeah, like
E2
against
auto
All
Q.
Star, I like it like against the tank supports. I think it's pretty okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I've played enough Belvest support. It's okay. I fucking played
Yeah,
Viego support too. It's like
yeah,
just play the champ well. It's whatever. Alrighty. So what do you think?
yeah. I mean,
Closing this out.
I think main takeaway is just kind of fix my base timers. I guess like be basing around things rather than just basing it as a reaction to like something, right? Like I don't want to be basing because I'm like, oh, I have gold and I want to spend it. It should be like wins Baron, win streak, and how does like when I base affect like when I'm there with what items, I guess.
Okay. Aligning with the objectives.
Well,
Aligning with
one
the
thing,
objectives and your lane, because that's what the base
yeah,
times are. based off.
Stop flipping E's. Not even flipping, just stop being forward. Just stand still. Just press S.
Okay, but what did I say about those?
I guess like get in the mindset of, like you're focusing on CS and then punishing like laner moves.
Okay.
It's like getting a more like
You say no flip.
punishment
You say punish. I'm thinking
mindset.
Chovy style, which is
Yeah.
play hard neutral. The enemy will then start squirming. They're gonna have to spend more calories to play because what
Okay.
you're doing is over forcing. Don't do that.
And if like you said, if the Syndra is better, she lands more Qs.
Even if she's worse, if she plays safe, you lose your HP. What the fuck? We need that HP. We're not getting it back.
Right.
Plus, like the higher you go, the more you watch, you'll just be like, oh, this is the proper way to play. If you were to watch a bronze player, you would see the same thing, just at a different skill level. So,
Okay. And then I guess the other thing I was thinking, and I think I brought it up a couple times, is just mainly like in losing games, right? As SYLAS, it feels really horrible, obviously, right? I mean, as we established, like you want to be ahead, or else you feel pretty useless.
right.
Like, what's my objective of like getting back into a game? I guess that's what I struggle with, because usually it's my team that's like
My
they'll do
immediate
something, maybe
thought
I'll
is
get a
like,
shutdown.
who cares? But if you really want to know, then you do nothing, farm, wait for, it's the same thing as Cinder doing the Cannon. You wait for enemy to make mistake, punish. And all the meanwhile, the onus is on the enemy to like push the lead, which they
Now,
won't do the right ways, but
right.
sometimes they will.
Are you saying you don't care because I should never be in that position? Like
Well,
I've
these are
already
like
I've already screwed up if I'm in that position.
right, and it's more important to focus on the early parts, but in these game states, it's so simple. There's nothing to do. There's nothing to fucking do.
Okay.
We're losing
Okay.
an ARAM. We're getting pushed in by 5 people. There's nothing to do as SYLAS, you know? Until the enemy engages, if you go in first, you die. If they go in, you go in, they die. So you have to wait for every fucking cooldown to be down and then go in. All the
Okay.
meanwhile farming the map. If die, no problem. Side lane die. Okay, back to side lane. Die. Okay.
I
And
mean,
then
yeah,
on the side lane, die. And then objective comes. Fight the objective. But in that
yeah,
way where you can't force. Because I bet whenever it comes to losing games, you do the force and then it doesn't work.
yeah.
Because the
Then you just
neutral
yeah.
lets you like play from behind in obvious ways. Whereas the force, it seems impossible and you're fighting against like the natural way of things.
Okay. So I mean, I guess I don't know. Yeah, that makes sense. I guess my mindset was always just like I pick SYLAS, and if I'm behind at 15 minutes, well then I fucked up. Like I made a mistake. Like I should not be behind at 15 minutes. Or like why am I playing this champ? I guess like you're not playing SYLAS to like. I mean, like you said, like you're not playing SYLAS to like farm side and do nothing. I guess.
Yep.
Do you think there's any merit? Because I played a few games where, like I played this top lane game just really quick. Top lane game. I think I was playing against Jace. I got super shit on, and I just started roaming. And we won because I just started roaming and I just abandoned my lane. And SYLAS is pretty good. This in CC, good base
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah, it has its
Like,
merit.
do you think there's any merit to that? Like
Yeah.
just abandoning lane?
Yeah. You'll win.
Like,
It's fine.
okay.
Especially if you watch the Chinese games, yep. Yeah. Lane's over. I'm someone else's support. Check this shit out.
Just going to sit in the bot brush, waiting
Right.
with my Everfrost.
And then I'm wondering, it's like, what if, I don't know. I'm like, what if I answered, no, you can't do that? Like, yeah, you
Well,
can't if you're in a fucked position. Like, yeah.
I guess that was my question, and you did answer it. Was just like, okay, like what should I be doing in a losing game? And I guess it depends on the game, right?
Exactly. It
But
depends.
for the most part, it's just do nothing and hope they make a mistake.
Right. What I'm really seeing too is like you need to have like a alignment with the fundamentals because the fundamentals will show you everything that you're looking for. So
Yeah, my
for
fundamentals are pretty bad.
yeah, so fundamentals. What's our first fundamental to get strong on a mid laner?
I think if we're thinking from the Chovy perspective, just farm well.
Okay,
That's number
so
one.
farm, and then
Just always
how do
be
we beat the
farming.
enemy?
Mm, from what I've seen from like, we'll say like a player like Pizang, it's just like play the wave better, I guess. Like just even if you're losing the lane, like you can still
Before
like be
minions
making
exist. Minions don't
before minions.
exist.
Okay, no
It's
minions.
Yep, no minions. How do you beat the enemy?
Think, th- hmm, how about good tethering? That's a really dubious way to put it, but
It's more basic. You're thinking too high here. Get down to the ground. That's what I'm really seeing. Even with those items, your head's up in the clouds. Let's get dirty.
okay,
Let's come all the way
okay.
down.
Dodge spells,
Now we're fucking talking.
dodge spells,
Dodge spells.
dodge more spells, less damage, more HP.
Exact. That's what I was with. Deal more damage than we take. And then what goes into that? Everything already. Step 3. Um, then comes the minion wave. Play the lane better. Step 4, win objectives. Step 5, be a better player in every
I mean, that's
across
yeah,
across like multiple games.
and that's why I also kind of picked Silas in mind. Was just in my head like Silas can just like I said, like in the hardest lane, like if you can land E like and hit your full combo, like they're just dead, you know, like, right? And I guess if we
That
apply all the
makes
fundamentals, let's say like dodge more spells, more HP, good farm, and then I land the E in the good matchup, then it's it's even better, right? I guess.
even better. Because why is that though?
Well, because a lot of the times in my head I'll be playing, let's say, against Victor, and I'll get him to 1 HP like 3 times in a row, and he'll kill me every time. But like, let's say I was higher HP all 3 of those times, well then instead I kill him every time on 1 HP, and then we
Exactly.
win the game.
It's better because they missed. They spent something and missed.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
get 2 pawns for 1. Over and over and over. Imagine
Well, that's what.
ADC, 2
Yeah,
autos for 1. You win every
2 hours
time.
for one.
2 abilities for 1. Win.
Now that being said, do you think? And I know that you said you're not like the matchup expert, but like, do you think Ignite could just be like, I guess, the more like appropriate summoner spell in Styles? Because I've
Depends.
thought about it a lot. In my head, I'm like, well, you should probably just take Ignite, because if you're playing to get ahead, well then Ignite would probably just do that better, right?
Then I
But
imagine Mango Fish. Do nothing. TP back to lane. Do nothing.
yeah,
Do nothing. Do nothing.
well,
Die.
sometimes you just need TP, because I think
TP
you need
back to
to.
lane, and then you're like
I
level 9.
You need to like know that like you're gonna make mistakes, right? So
Yeah, TP is pretty strong this season, so I would say TP most of the time. Ignite is like an
TP, yeah.
overforce, and then the speed of the game in NA will not ever fucking be the way it's gonna be in those Chinese games. So
Well, yeah, it's like 30 minutes games every
that's
game,
where
so
Ignite is like so ownage, is because like you kill them once at the exact
you don't
right
even need to worry
time.
about side lane.
Yeah, and then it's good. Whereas I bet the way that you'd be using Ignite would be like in an abusive way. Like I force the kill, it's like nice, it doesn't fucking lead to anything,
Okay,
and then the lane's
so
still losing. So
TP is just safer.
yeah.
Okay.
So strong too. Like TP
I
bot
think
come
so.
14 minutes.
I mean, from the way I've heard people put it, like especially like let's say Blippo, like one thing he says a lot about TP is like, well, like TP can just be like more offensive than Ignite if you use it right,
True.
because people just, I guess, just kind of typecast TP as like the defensive version of the two spells, right? But
Hey, Doc. Any other thoughts or questions?
I think it's that. I think I got. Honestly, I think I got some good knowledge of that.
Alrighty. Trying to think. I think I said everything. The neutral's very important. You got a lot of things to focus on, honestly.
I do. Yeah. I think I'm thinking pretty bad. I think I think I'm super inconsistent, and in some games, like that game, like I'll just hit every E, not every E, but I'll hit the E's I need, and I'll kill Syndra 3 times, and we'll win.
Right.
But
Do you see how like
I want to be better than that? I want to be like, I won because I played better, not because I just am better at SYLAS than she is at Syndra.
right? Can you see how like applying the fundamentals, well, not applying, adhering to the fundamentals can add the structure that you're looking for?
Yeah, I do. I think because I mean, one thing that really stuck out to me was like the HP thing. Because yeah, like let's say like the hardest lanes for me is like Lux, Xerath, Victor. I'm just losing HP. I'm always down HP. I'm always never at push. And like those are the games I'm losing. Like if I'm playing against Zed, I'll like win 9 times out of 10 because I'll just run at him and kill him. But
Okay, so going forward, how are you going to go about practicing?
I mean, I think like the first thing, like the next game I play, I think step one is I'm just gonna think more about farm. I'm gonna think more about like how I want to be farming, I guess, and just try to get the CS numbers up. I think that's pretty safe. Maybe just I guess just watch how Trevi farms like the first 3 levels.
Like it does not hurt. And then to just strictly like copycat for a game or two does not hurt.
He starts W level 1. I would never do that. So that's one thing already. Like I would have been E here.
Hey,
I just like the two I think I like the two passive autos for
yeah.
the wave. But I guess I mean it makes sense. Like call EQs, UW. Like you just win the trade by default.
Cooldowns on cooldown coming up sooner. You cast an ability, etc., etc.
Yeah.
All right. I'll be interested to see where you get next time we talk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I never know. I never know how far people go
We'll see. I
certain
mean,
times.
yeah, I'll probably still be D1, but yeah, the plus 20 minus 28 is hurting. But
It's fine. Do a win streak and then it reverses, and Silas can do a fucking win streak. It's
yeah,
chill.
I mean, also, I mean, like I said, like I'm not in my head about like, oh, I need to hit this goal this season, right? I just play for fun. I'm in school, so there's no pressure. It's
Well, it
just
sounds
something
like
I've
you're
always
trying to
wanted
get,
to
you bought
do.
a coaching session. It sounds like you're trying to actually play well.
Oh yeah, but that's where my enjoyment comes from.
Oh, I see. Okay. That's where
That's
we
why
align. People ask me, you know, especially fucking pro players, they'll be like, "Don't you have like the fucking burning drive?" It's like I play to play well. Like, I don't know,
yeah,
man.
I just have fun. Like that's why like people always talk about like, oh, NA Master is worse than EU Master, blah, blah, blah. I just try not to get caught up in the semantics because to me, like, all that matters is like I'm
Yeah,
playing
did you
well.
care about
Like,
that shit before you got masters? Like, nah.
no,
I didn't
no,
even know there was pro play until it's fucking like been challenger for a long time. It's
yeah,
chill. Alrighty, well, I gotta get going, but it's good
yeah,
talking
you're
to
good,
you.
man.
Best of
Yeah,
luck in your games, and
thank you.
I'm legit
GG.
interested to see where you end up next time we
Well,
talk.
so how does it work? Would it just be like
Yeah,
I schedule another?
yeah, whenever you want to. Whenever you feel like.
Yeah, I'd probably just do like, I mean, from now on, if I ever did it again, it'd probably just be like a VOD, like another VOD.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I think that would make the most sense. But yeah, I mean, honestly, thank you for the help, and I'll see what I can do with it.
Yep, hope it helps. Talk to you later, man.
See you, man.
Peace. I like that guy.